Stand in mountain pose, feet hip distance, feet rooted down into the mat, into the earth. Arms are reaching down as well to the earth. Loose legs, pelvic position upright. Trunk is nice and solid and centered. Shoulders lifting and rolling back and down to uplift at the heart space. Your gaze looking forward. We'll take a big inhale through the nose, lifting the arms up, reaching them up in sun salutation, arching back very slightly into a lengthened lift, exposing the heart to the sky, to the sun. And we're going to slowly float down into a forward fold. We can embrace the legs, the elbows, reach down to the ground, wiggle the legs. Let's slowly tuck the tailbone and roll up one vertebra at a time, scooping the belly. Find that mountain pose again. Let's start to work the breath, that ujjayi breath, that victory breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. The mouth just gently closed. Arms reaching up. Feel free to raise those heels into a very high salute to the sun. Lifting the heart. Exhale, float back down into your forward fold once again. Hands begin to be at your shins or walk up the leg to find an extended spine, a long fold. Extending your spine out, lengthening through the crown of the head. Hips go back, head goes forward. Again, forward fold. Tuck the tailbone and rolling up, rising up. We're going into warrior pose. Let's take your right leg forward. Step it as far forward as comfortable. Your back leg shifts. So your right foot is leading toward the top of your mat. Left foot is back, sickled, and the foot is facing the side of the mat. Your arms can begin behind you. Slowly start to soften and bend into that knee. And warming it up. Hands release and they begin to extend out and lifted parallel to the floor. We're looking straight over your right hand. Chin level, gaze forward. This is your warrior pose. Hands go gently back behind you or at your hips, and take your hips and your back foot and pivot. Now you're entirely facing the top of the mat, arms are down, and let's slowly lunge into another warrior variation called exalted warrior. Leading with the chest, lifting your heart space to the sun. Carefully stepping forward. We're going into tree pose. Tree, you can elect to stand on either foot or just shake out the legs. If your right leading leg is a little tired, maybe it doesn't want to be the supporting leg. So feel free to turn it into tree, where your foot could be toe down for added stability and support, or take your foot up the calf or a little bit higher, and your hands can be in mountain or in praying palm in front of your solar plexus, right at the heart space. Working your breath. rooting your foot, bolting your hips, energy rising from the ground to the crown. Prepare for tree on the other side. Maybe your hands go from your praying palm position to a rising prayer palm position over your head, making your intention, your meditation, your prayer, your wishes, needs, requests, making them known. Hands float down with your foot. Again, shaking out the legs as needed. Plant those feet at hip distance. We're going into chair pose as if you are taking a seat in the air. Arms are elevated, hands higher than the shoulders a bit, but shoulders trying to root down your back. Ribs are tight. Belly is pulling in. Attempting to really shift those hips back as if you are reaching to sit down and not having your hips too far forward over those knees.